All right, in this video, we're gonna go ahead and finish up our parts for the assembly later. So this is the screw and the machine screw, and here are the dimensions. The details section A here is where that little A that you see right here. Let's have a little fillet, and that's why they want to show you that the fillet of that location is 0.01 in radius. So we're gonna go ahead and take this and sketch. First, I'm going to go to Tools, set up my documents, basically just units, and want to match with everything that I've been using for the rest of the part that we're going to use later for the assembly. There's no angle. There is one angle here, degree, and then that is no decimal place. We have everything else in 3 decimals place, so close. After we apply, here we go to sketch, and I'm using the line methods here. It doesn't matter which plane you're gonna do it. The screw is just basically is rounded. So I'm gonna go ahead and get out there. I'm going to create this right here first, and then I'll go to the right, go up a little bit, then going up. Want to make sure it's vertically, and then go to the right, go up a little bit, and hit escape there. Then I'll go and I'll do the little arc from here to there, and have a little arc like that. Okay, so now what I do is I'm gonna go ahead and put in my dimension. First, the dimension of this is 0.5. Zoom right in. Okay, that's 0.5. It went all the way over there for some reason. Get rid of that. Escape. Delete that real quick and do it again. So that is already snipping right there. Closer, easier to see. All right, the next one will be the distance from the bottom here to this location. That is 0.375. Okay, and then we also have this. Let's zoom in here. This right here, the dimension of this is 0.05. Okay, so we got that. This arc has a radius of 0.305. What else do we have? The distance from here all the way to here is half of the 0.373. So that's going to be 0.373 divided by 2 to get the radius. And then down here, what we do have is that the distance from here to here is half of 0.19. And the angle there is 45 degree. That little angle is 45 degree. And we notice that this right here is at 0.05. So I'm going to right click and align my dimension. This is 0.05. Okay, so that will give us the outline of the shapes. We're going to go to 3D model. We're going to go ahead and revolve this. I'm going to go ahead and zoom into that part. One thing I'm going to do before that is this right here. I'm going to click on it, right click, make that into construction. All right, we're going to go to revolve back again, and then the axis of rotation will be this, and look like I should turn this back on to my solid line here. Okay, undo that, and then revolve this. That's my object. The axis of rotation will be here, and then the part becomes solid. So click OK. That's what we got. The next thing we're going to do is this right here. I think I forgot to do the fillet there. So we're going to go ahead and right click and edit my sketch. I believe we need to zoom into this location here. We have to do a little fillet of a 0.01. This is detail A, scale 16:1. If you look at that, So make sure that you do fillet. Here we are. We've got doing this and that. Okay, so that is done. We have a little fillet there already. That's good. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to 3D model or finish the sketch, and they're gonna take it back to where we were. Notice it's rounded. Okay, so now what we're gonna notice is that I'm gonna go ahead and bring this back. You notice the bottom here to the top of the screw, that is 0.5. Okay, so we're gonna use that information right there. I'm gonna go to 3D model. We're gonna go ahead and click on plane. We're gonna offset from a plane. So we're gonna offset from the bottom face here. I'm gonna offset 0.5. Okay, notice that it's moved down. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is right click on this. I'm going to edit my dimension. I'm going to do a minus 0.5 or negative 0.5. That should bring my part, that should bring my plane on the top of the part, directly on top. Okay, I'm going to use that to 2D sketch. Make sure that I select the plane right there. I'm going to create my rectangle, not just any random rectangle. I'm going to use the 2-point center rectangle. So I can go to the center here, and then I got that little rectangle. Draw it all the way outside of my screw. All right, I put in my dimension now. The thickness of that little slot that we need to cut, this right here, what we need to cut, the dimension is 0.050 for that, and the height that we need to cut is 0.030, the depth that we need to cut. So that would be 0.50. Okay, so dimension for this and that right there is 0.50. 0.05, I apologize. That's changed the whole thing, 0.05. And then we're going to do the same thing on this side. That is 0.05. We do not worry about the length here, so we're done. We finish. We're going to go ahead and extrude this now, and we don't want to do extrude cut. Okay. So we're just gonna select everything here. I did not trim the section in the middle. If I did that already, then it's just gonna be one profile, but I didn't, so we have to select multiple there. All right, that, and I want to do extrude cut, and the cut here will be a 0.03. Cut, cancel, see what's going on. I'm gonna do that again, extrude cut, select my profile, this, this, and I want to make sure that it's extrude cut, and I want to change the direction to cut like down, and we want that to be 0.03. When that is done, click OK, and voila. All right, let me go ahead and hide the work plane here. So I'm going to turn off my visibility. It's gone. That is your screw. Enjoy.